All right, folks, look, thanks for tuning in, right? You read the title, you know what I'm doing. I'm doing a sweet and spicy game day chicken wings, right? Super easy, and I'm gonna do this one a little bit different because I wanna show you how you're gonna do them on the game day, right? So if you guys come on in here, take a look at this right here. I got the whole chicken wings. Now it's up to you. I can cut these down. Look, I can cut the wing tip off and then separate these and make them into party wings. But you know what? I'm gonna do them old school. You remember this right here? Remember, that's the way we grew up, if you're my age. So anyway, I've already washed, cleaned these, and patted these dry, right? So this is what I want to show you. First thing we're gonna do is, we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna change my gloves. All right, now that I got my, my gloves changed, right? So first thing we're gonna do is, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with this fresh black crack, right? Gotta have that in here. You gotta have it everywhere. Now I just put all of this on top, you know what I mean? Because listen, I'm gonna get in there with my hand and I'm getting ready to move this around and make sure that all of the seasonings, you know what I mean, just, transfer to each other. Now, don't forget, now the full ingredient list will be on my website. That's Smokin and Grillin with AB.com, and that's WITAB.com, right? So you guys know I cook with the kosher salt. This is like a coarse grind right here. You guys can take a look. Let me see if I can get it right here in my hand. See? Look at that right there. I like that. You know what I mean? Then we're going to come with a little bit of this garlic powder. And then to top it off, we're using smoked paprika. If you guys not using smoked paprika, I tell you, look, level up your game. Just give it that dark, smoky, like tight taste to it, and it gives you the color, right? I notice a lot of times when I go over to people's house, I get to talking to them. Somehow I end up in the kitchen, right? And when I do, everybody got paprika, but everybody doesn't have smoked paprika. All right, so once you got it seasoned like this, right? This is what I was talking about. What I do is I get in here with my hand, and then I massage it, and I make sure that anything that falls on the bottom, I rub the chicken down on the bottom so that all of it will have, the coloring. And right? And so when I say coloring, I mean like the seasoning. If you've been following me, I usually have the bowls. I measure out everything to make it an ease. I say that's more so for like when you're a beginner cook. Actually, it make it easy for everything. But when you're making wings, notice how I done it. If you guys pay attention on this side, everything that was going on the wings was over here on this side. Everything that's gonna be on my sauce, which I'm gonna do my tossing, I put everything here. But one common denominator is I get all of my ingredients and I do not be looking through my shelves, in my cupboard. Okay, so look, this is what we're gonna do, right? I'm gonna go ahead and start putting just a little bit of heat in the bottom of my saucepan, right? To me, I've always wanted to know why they call that a saucepan and not a sauce pot, but it is what it is. Now would be a great time for you guys to come over here and just see, because what we're doing is multitasking. It's game day. We trying to get all this stuff together, to put out for our friends, and family, right? So I already have a fire underneath. I got my oil in the inside, and I'm using vegetable oil. A lot of people ask me, is it vegetable oil, AB, canola, avocado, peanut? It's whatever you would like to be, as long as it's a cooking oil, right? Now, if you ask me, I'm gonna say every kitchen should have either a candy, I'm gonna say you have to have both, but I got a candy thermometer. This right here fits in any liquid. It'll let you know what your degrees are. And when I look down right now, I'm a little bit past 330. That's coming up right, because we're looking for 350, right? And then over here, the rest of these ingredients go into this saucepan right here so that we can come up with, that sauce, right? This is real simple to make, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna start with my honey. And then another thing you guys need to have, going back to that, like having a meat thermometer. This right here should be in every kitchen, right? I can actually use this meat thermometer to go ahead and check the temperature of my oil too. But just giving you guys options, right? So now when it comes to the hot sauce, you guys look at this right here. Listen, this is what I'm on right now. This right here is fire. You guys got to check it out. Go by Sweet Smoky Joe and look at that right there. Look at the color. I like the packaging and everything, but most of all, outside of all of that, I do like the taste, right? So we're gonna put a little bit of this in here. We're gonna put about a quarter cup inside. Now we put about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. You know what I mean? I like to just put really like a cap full. You know what I mean? You guys measure this out. I'm just doing what I think, it is. You know how we all cook, you know what I mean? But best is if you measure it out. I took the time to get them numbers for you. You know what I mean? And so you guys just work with what I put in the, on the website. right? Then we add a little soy sauce. Now, for all of my people that's out there that love that heat, we're gonna give it just a little bit of heat, right? So I want you to pay attention to what I'm gonna do right here. Something totally different from what I've been doing, right? I'm gonna go ahead and take this. This says this is a 1/4 teaspoon. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get a 1/4 teaspoon and just put that in there. You can go up to a half, you know what I mean? That's up to you. It depends on how spicy you would like for it to be and how, you know, if you want that kick, go ahead and add a little bit more. Then I add my brown sugar. Now you want to get yourself a whisk with that little bit of heat down the bottom. Then we just incorporate. All right, so look, you want to bring it up to like a little light boil, a little bit more than a simmer. You know what I mean? And I keep my whisk and I keep it going. I'm gonna whisk this for about anywhere between 3 to 4 minutes. You know what I mean? Just enough where it starts to thicken, you know, and you can see it. You don't want it too thick because listen, we want to coat and you want to make sure you have enough for all of your chicken, right? And then, like I say, if you're gonna be doing a whole lot, this recipe does a couple of pounds, you know, of wings. If you're gonna do a whole lot, you know what I mean? Just triple this recipe and that'll probably get you through. You know what I mean? Because you're not gonna just have wings at your, you know, your party. All right. So looking at it here, it say we ready, right? We at about 365 and that's good right there. So first thing I wanna do is, now we got a choice. We can drop them in like this, you know, this way, which I'm gonna do a couple this way and then I'm gonna do a couple of them in the diamond way. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drop it in like this. There we go. Remember, 365. The reason I say that, I always go a little bit above. You know what I mean? So that when you put some, you know, when you put your ingredient in there, whatever your protein is, it's gonna bring it down, right? So we wanna stay at 350 and we just gonna monitor it. All right, so now I want you to come here and take a look at this right here. Let's get this one out of here. You see that right there? That's him. I really cook my wings, you know, really to the color, right? So once they reach the color that you're looking for, they pretty much, not pretty much, this is chicken, they ready. You know what I mean? Being on the darker meat side, they could take up to 170. I will tempt these just to see where I'm at. You know what I mean? Just to give it some, you know, just so I can ensure you guys that it's, you know, done. So I'll stick this in there right there. Oh, it went right in there just fine. If you guys look right here, look, 164, 165. You know what I mean? It's gonna kind of like rise a little bit. Don't forget it's gonna continue to cook, but that's it. When cooking wings, anything this thin, you cook to the desired color that you guys are looking for. Now I'm gonna drop the remainder in here and then we're gonna get ready to, you know, do that little toss or pour, whichever one. Now, I wanna say this part. I looked at this already because I got my thermometer in here. I knew my grease was at 168. You know what I mean? So I just drop them in that way. But I would just say, you guys check the temp of your oil, make sure you're hot enough. This is why our first batch be right and our second batch be soggy, because it wasn't hot enough, right? So I just ensure my whole cooking process is done. And listen, I wash my dishes as I go. So let me just clean up, let this go. Anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes, this will be ready, and then we're gonna move on. All right, so after, you see I put them on like a baking sheet, you know what I mean? So that's this here, and I line it with some paper towels. You know, but that's just underneath, right? Just to catch some of the drippings. But this is it right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them. I love them when they're like this, you know? So I just bring these in like this. Now we're gonna talk about that sauce, all right? Get all of this out the way. All right, so now I just take it, and then we just pour it right here over the top. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys something to look at, so I'm gonna go ahead and cue that music. All right, so you got two ways. I might have mentioned earlier that I can get in here with my hand, or I can go ahead and try to toss these. And seeing how I don't have all that breading on the top of this, I think I'm just gonna toss them. You know what I mean? Because when you put the breading on there, sometimes it like kick off and flip and chip and all of that. So we just take it, we just hit it like this. All right, folks, so talk to me. Tell me what you guys think about this. The presentation is nice. Just the fact that you put this out, a bunch of wings, you know what I mean? If you guys want to do some dip, just put like a big giant ramekin in the middle of it, fill it up with that homemade ranch that I just made. Hey, when you guys do that, everybody off the top just say, hey, this is already the best party. So anyway, making a long story short, and I'm not gonna over talk it, I'm gonna grab one of these. Look, they nice, sticky. Look, I got gloves on. I got it. You're going to have people at your house. You know what I mean? You're going to want to put out the wet naps. Because listen, having sticky wings is going to be something else. But when you open them up like this, here, I'll take this piece right here. You see that right there? You can see it's cooked and fried and everything is right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just be, I'm going to be extra with it. You see how I just wiped that across that? Guess what, folks? Cheers, y'all. That sauce is everything, bro. So if you guys have any sauce, put that in the ramekin too. I'll probably tell you to keep it for yourself as a personal, because everybody gonna want to like take some of that. Okay, so woo, that right there is nice. This got just the right amount of kick. I still say this is kid friendly, you know what I mean? But for those of you guys that want to like level it up, I'm saying you could put a little bit more hot sauce in it, and you can up that, you know, with that cayenne pepper. Now, let's address this elephant in the room right here. You see this right here? Listen, I just didn't have the Philadelphia Eagles, you know, helmet, but I will tell you this. You guys let me know down in the comment section below who you think gonna win and what are you gonna serve. Now, if you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. Now, normally I already had wiped my mouth and said all that, but you know what? I'm getting ready to dig in right here. I'm out. Peace.